Today, the Polish election result have surprised all people across the world. Everyone thought that Trzaskowski would win the election, yet Nawrocki won instead. Everyone was puzzled how and why. Let's explore the video and let us find out why. Before that, let's find the background. The story is that pro-right-wing populist candidates were losing one after another election since the Trump victory last year. Be Pierre Poilievre of Canada or Peter Dutton of Australia, although both were anti-Trump. In case of Romania, George Simeon won the first round, yet he lost the second round against Necăsur Dan, who was pro-European Union candidate and anti-Trump candidate. There are various reasons why he lost, like foreign interference, dispute with Georgescu, jailing, mass suppression of freedom of speech, etc. But in this case, especially of Poland, situation was different. Let's dive into the candidates. The candidates were the two. The first one was Trzaskowski. He is pro-European Union, he is pro-war, he is anti-Russia, yet pro-Lithuania, pro-Ukraine. He support Palestinian Gaza against Israel. He support mass migration. He support population control, as well as he is ultra feminist. He did war against boys, as well as most importantly he is anti-America, especially under leadership of Donald Trump. The second candidate is Nawrocki. He is totally opposite of Trzaskowski. He is right-wing populist candidate. He was a boxer and historian. He support mass deportation. He support controlled migration. He support father. He supports son. He is pro-Christian. He is against war. He is anti-Ukraine and especially anti-Lithuania. And most importantly, he is pro-Trump and pro-United States. He is no way pro-Russia. He is often anti-Putin, but doesn't mean he is anti-Russia. So, what happened this time? What made this election different from the Romania? Here, there was one player that made all difference. That is United States of America. America for the first time directly interfered in Polish election. Donald Trump directly endorsed Nawrocki, as well as there was a CPAC, Conservative Political Action Conference, which is an American organization of conservative right-wing populist candidate, which was recently held in Poland just before election. They were heavily spending all their money, energy and time to make sure Nawrocki win. And that's why Nawrocki, who was trailing behind Trzaskowski by more than 20% during first round, had tied with him by the end of the day. And after the election, he had beaten Trzaskowski. This is first time America openly interfered in any election around world, specifically from right-wing populists. Before that, right-wing populists never dared to interfere anywhere in the world. So what will be the consequence? The new Polish government under Nawrocki, who is head of executive, will be very hostile to Ukraine and especially Lithuania. We have to remember that Polish farmers hate Ukrainians and Lithuanians passionately. Although in front of world they will say, oh, we are against Russia, Ukraine must not be bombed. Yet the ground situation is totally different. And ironically, Polish women voted for Nawrocki way more because they hate Ukrainian and Lithuanian women. They don't want their men to get influenced by the new coming so-called refugee women. Plus, they will be very hostile to European Union. Nawrocki will do anything that goes against interest of European Union. For example, they will not accept so-called refugee, they will deport, they will not join climate change program, they will industrialize, they will restore classical heritage of their nation, etc. Third and most important of all, Nawrocki will be pro-United States. He will go against fellow European country and definitely he will go against China. This is defeat of China and her allies in this election. United States have shown tactical brilliance in making sure their person, their chosen candidate wins safely. So what India can learn? India can learn a lot from this situation. India has to interfere openly in her neighbors, because if her neighbor goes opposite, it plays detrimental to the interest of India. Second is that India needs to be bold like United States. US plays shamelessly and US will do anything to get their interests done. This is not that 90s or 2000s and even 2010s America, whose interest used to be keeping global stability, global order first. The current United States is keeping America first and protecting ally of America with full force. Lot has to be learned from US at the time when Ukraine is bombing Russia with drones and Russia is throwing missile at Ukraine. Yes, United States has some weakness in conducting foreign policy since the new government consists mostly of outsiders. Yet it seems that they will be mature and they will do enough good job to ensure that peace prevail everywhere. Of course, President Trump and his government has biggest obstacle, which is judiciary, as well as some billionaires and especially Congress who don't approve Trump's policy. Ironically, from his own party, GOP. So what we will witness is there will be rivalry within the GOP between Trump and fellow Republicans like Mike Johnson, Lindsey Graham, Kinzinger, Liz Cheney, and their gang. Poland right now is safe. Poland is secure. Poland will remain beautiful. And hopefully, Poland may prosper. Thank you. If you do like the video, do press like button. Do press subscribe button. Do press bell icon. Don't forget to comment and do share to your loved ones.